Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Grommet Live. Thank you for being patient with me. I am hoping and praying that everything tech-wise goes okay because right before I was getting ready to go live right at 4 o'clock, something happened with it being very, very slow. And so I've tried to log out and log back in. I've tried it all. And I finally just said to my wonderful moderator, Jen, I said, let's just give it a shot. So you guys have to let me know inside the chat if anything is frozen or anything like that. I'm going to say a prayer and I would love for you guys to do the same. Okay, enough of that. I want to thank you guys so much. Jen is telling me it's all looking good. Okay. Thank you. So let's see here. I got to tell you that you guys are in for a treat because as I was prepping for this show, as I was researching all these amazing products, by the way, I even said to Jen, I said, we might need 2 hours on this one, although we won't. I'm getting better. I'm going to really try to tighten things up. But each product is so innovative, so cool, so many different elements to it. And you'll see in the very first one, my gosh, really, really incredible product. So I'm really excited about this. It's always so fun to bring you guys fresh, brand new launches on Grommet. And these are all doing so well. And you're going to see why in just a minute. But when I say you're in for a treat, I was realizing as I was preparing for this, that this is a little bit of a hybrid show. Not only are these our newest innovations and the newest launches on Grommet, but each one of these, literally every one of the 6 that I'm presenting, would make phenomenal Father's Day gifts. Really, really, I was like, as I was making notes on each one, Father's Day gift, oh my God, they're all Father's Day gifts. So if you have Father's Day shopping to do, it is right around the corner. I think it's June 15th. Someone let me know in the chat. I do believe it is June 15th. So a little less than a month. I am about to help you out with your Father's Day gifting. So buckle up. And if we haven't met before, I am Marcy McKenna. I am the host of Grommet Live. My biggest treat. I love it so much because I am an innovator myself. I have my own product line, but I have an inventor's mind. And so I just could geek out on every product on Grommet. I get so excited for these launches and the fact that I get to kind of combine 2 things that I love so much. If you know me, you know how I feel about live shopping. I love live shopping. So I get to combine that with working with and really highlighting and featuring these amazing inventors, these independent makers, these entrepreneurs. So that just makes me so happy. And that is what this show is all about, is taking these phenomenal products and the makers behind them, telling their stories and really trying to amplify all of that to the entire world. Because in this crowded e-commerce space that we are living in, it's really hard to stand out. And Grommet Live is, in my opinion, one of the very best ways for these small makers and independent inventors to do just that. And you guys get to help with that because in the chat is where it's at when it comes to live shopping. And that's one of the things that I tout about it to all the brands that I work with is, you guys, it is the coolest thing because when you're live doing live shopping, you sort of have this like secret team behind you that's working to push this content out to more and more people that would like these products. And the way what kind of alerts them to start doing that, when I'm talking about these secret teams, I'm talking about the teams at Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and everywhere we are live tonight, X and LinkedIn, all of that. There are teams that when they see a chat getting really active and energetic, they realize there's something cool going on over there. And we're going to check out who that audience is. And we're going to find more of them and push it out to all those people. So what a gift to these makers and to these, or to Grommet, to all of us. The fact that everything that I'm going to show you today is going to be amplified to thousands of people if you guys do your job of being really active inside the chat. And you guys are already doing a great job. We have got Sherry in the house from Minnesota. We've got Marsha Reese. Marsha, she is quite an icon in the invention world. I have to say, she has invented over 1,000 products. Is that right, Marsha? So she shares that inventor's mind. She knows what I am talking about. And you said it, Marsha. So true. It is a curse and a blessing. It's very hard to sleep when you have an inventor's mind. It just goes and goes. And I always feel bad for my friends and my family because we'll be in the middle of a family discussion or something. And, oh, I just thought of another invention and I'll have to stop everything and tell everybody about it. So anyway, had to have a little bit of inventor talk there. So thank you for, I was going to say 1,000 inventions. She added one too many zeros, but 100 is still very, very impressive. So here's to you, Marcia. We need to meet in person. We would have some fun. And we've got Monica on. Good to see you, Monica from Minnesota. You guys are all over the place geographically, but also all over the place in terms of the different platforms that we're on. We're on a lot of them tonight. It is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. Let's see. Oh, I lost you guys for a second there. Did I miss one? I think that's it. So wherever you are, welcome. And you guys are seeing the chat where you are. Oh, I think I missed YouTube. Sorry about that. I think I may have said it earlier, but YouTube as well. And so wherever you are, that's the chat that you're seeing. Jen and I get to see it all. So I'm going to do my best to keep up with it. I'm going to do my best to answer every question. And as you guys know, if you have been here before, we are going to do 2 giveaways tonight, which always makes it super, super fun. And we're going to do one about halfway through, right after the 3rd product. And then we're going to do the 2nd giveaway at the end of the show. So if you don't win halfway through, you still might get one at the end. And to enter, Jen has already put that QR code up. You're just going to get your phone out, click that QR code. It's that easy. No strings attached at all. It is really just our way, Grommet's way, the maker's way of saying thank you for being here and supporting and letting them tell their story, letting me tell their story. So do not miss out on the giveaway. And as we always do for all of you, just you guys who are here live, we are going to give you a second chance. You can double your chances to win these 2 products. And how do you do that? You put 2 words in the chat, not giveaway. Usually I say giveaway. I would like you to put the 2 words live shopping. Live shopping in the chat gets you a second entry into the giveaway. So go for it if you have not already done that. And I say live shopping because I launched a new live shopping series this week that I'm super excited about. It's called Let's Talk Live Shopping. And so I just had to do a little plug there because it's every Wednesday, half hour, 1 o'clock on the West Coast and 4 o'clock on the East Coast. And we talk everything live shopping. We do a deep dive on why it's working, why it's all of a sudden in 2025 exploding in the United States, and how if you are a product or brand, or even if you're a retailer with a boutique shop, how you can get started with live shopping and all the different ways it's going to benefit you when you do. So that's enough of that. That's my little plug, but I do hope you guys will join me next Wednesday, and you can watch the replay from the inaugural episode on my YouTube channel. So check it out if you haven't already. I would love that. Oh, and I have to say, when you're there, please subscribe to my poor YouTube channel that got shut down, and I lost every one of my followers out of nowhere from a hacker. 12 years it took me to build that channel, and it is gone. And I'm starting from scratch. So I am begging everybody to please subscribe so I can build it back up again, piece by piece. Okay, we are going to dive in. I'm seeing lots of people doubling their chances. So good luck to everybody, because there are 2 really good products that you guys are going to love and you're going to want to win. And I'm going to be asking you guys which one. So be thinking about, if you could win any one of the products I'm presenting, which one would it be? So let me know on that. You guys, I have been waiting to present this product for so long. I have become the biggest fan of this brand, biggest fan of the founder. His name is Dave, Dave Logan. I don't know if Dave is here with us in the chat or not, but Dave, you are a man after my heart, because not only did you design the most innovative luggage I've ever seen, other than mine, of course. Dave, I have my own luggage line as well, but it's very different. Well, some similarities, but because I have such an appreciation for luggage and travel and creating products that really help take the hassle out of travel. And my gosh, what you have created, this is a masterpiece, and it just keeps going and going and going in terms of the functionality and just how it just simplifies traveling, makes it so organized, so seamless, and helps you travel with a lot less bags, so you're paying a lot less in baggage fees, which I'm sure you guys all can appreciate that. I have to tell everybody that I just noticed, tell me if you guys already know this, Southwest is no longer giving free bags. You have to pay for your bags on Southwest. That's why I loved Southwest. I'm so upset. Oh, because I do overpack. But starting, I think it is May 27th, there is no longer free bags. Hello, Ron. Welcome. So what am I talking about? What am I freaking out about? I am freaking out about this bag. This is, it's, don't let the look deceive you, because there's a lot more to this than you're going to see that meets the eye in the beginning. Got to make room for this puppy. But this is called, well, this is the Only travel bag, and the company is Only, and it's spelled O-N-L-I. And it's, I'm going to put it over here. Maybe that'll be a better spot for it while I'm doing this. Let's see, how can I get that in frame here? Wrong way. Okay, that's a little better. Whoop, wrong way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this down. There we go. Okay, so this is it. Let me turn it to the side. This is a carry-on spinner, is what you guys are all thinking, and that it absolutely is. But when I turn it to the side, one of the cool things I wanted to mention about it right out of the gate, no pun intended, I wanted to mention, notice the width of this. That was something that I thought was so clever that Dave thought of. And that is, when you think about carry-on bags and what are the dimensions that they allow as a carry-on, it's typically, I think it's 14.922. And yet the airplane seats, typically the average airplane, the median airplane, it's about 8 to 8.5 inches under the seat. So we never put our carry-on spinner under the seat, right? Because we always put it up top because it doesn't fit. Well, Dave had the idea of making this 7.5 inches so that it could theoretically fit under there in a pinch if you had to. So I thought that was very, very thoughtful. And as you will see, every design detail on this bag is incredibly thoughtful. And not just thoughtful, like smart, all of that, but so well executed. The quality, the craftsmanship, everything about this bag is so top-notch. And so when I said earlier that this would be an incredible, that all of these are incredible Father's Day gifts, oh my gosh, Father's Day gift of the year. So it is not just about the width, because it does get, don't you worry, you can still pack a ton in this because it does expand, and I'm going to get into all of that. But it, just that alone, I thought was so cool. And it's going to be really hard for me to do this in a short amount of time, but I'm going to do my best. So Dave, forgive me if I don't hit every single feature. And Dave is in the chat. Dave Logan, FYI, I was stuck in traffic, but I'm on now. I'm so glad you're here, Dave. You have to watch this back, because I was singing your praises, and just, I'm definitely a groupie, a fan. I create luggage myself, so I have such an appreciation for the detail, the thought that you put into this luggage. And the reason, does anybody have a guess why he calls it, why the company is called Only? Because the truth is, this really is the only travel bag you will ever need when you see everything that this does. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to lay it down so you won't see it as well, but I've got a lot of pictures to show you. But what this is at its core, what is so cool about this, what Only Travel does, is they are the kings of modular travel. They are really the pioneers in the space of things that can work together, that you can kind of piece apart and use what you want and leave back what you don't. That's exactly what this is. And I'm going to show you an image right now out of the gate, just so you know what I'm talking about, and then we'll dive in. But I think this one does a good job here. As you're seeing on the left there, that is the bag. If it were all put together, it's that one big bag that, by the way, when it is fully expanded and in full use, that holds up to 71 liters worth of whatever you're going to put inside, 71 liter capacity. So it's very deceiving, because you really could pack for 4 or 5, even more, a week-long trip with this one carry-on, and you'll see why in a second. Then when you look at that image on the right, you're seeing that that original bag is now 3 different pieces. So it really is a 3-in-1 travel solution like no other. And another image right here kind of, I think, shows it better, that shows it separated right there. So there are 3 parts. There is a carry-on. There is a backpack. It is actually called the expandable day pack. And then there is a tote pack, which is what you're seeing there on the on the left. It is like sort of a messenger or a shoulder bag. And those all come together, and yet they all can separate, can mix and match. It's so smart. One other vision of it there. There's the blue. Okay, so now you kind of get the idea. And now I am going to go ahead and lay it down just to go inside. And when I say, I mean, it is just one surprise after another. I had so much fun unboxing this. I really, Dave should have done an unboxing video because I'm going to put this back up now, because it really was fun, surprise after surprise. So when you open it up, you will see that there are all three bags, the other two bags are right inside, nicely packed inside. The other thing that is so great is they include a card. Where's my card? Oh, darn. I thought it was so cool because he has this whole story on the card. He's got the progression, the timeline of what happened with the company, and then information on how the modular element works. So it's really nicely done from a customer experience standpoint. But I talked about the 3 different bags. This is that messenger tote bag. And when it is collapsed, zipped shut, it's has a very, very slim silhouette. So it can be, carried different ways, just with the handle here, or this can go on a hook on the back of the door. And then he's got straps here that are expandable, or it can be carried like this, or it can be carried over the shoulder when you expand it. So lots of different options with this. And again, it can be just, you can keep it slim, or you can fully expand it, and then it becomes almost much more like a backpack. And there is, again, so much functionality built into it. There is the side pockets here, which, Dave, I love, because this is great for your water bottle. It's also great for an umbrella. You've got a wet umbrella that you don't want to get the things inside. And where am I here? We've got a trolley sleeve on the back here. And then on the front, all kinds of organizational pockets. But for me, the magic is in here. This is so cool. So this is almost like a little workstation, if you will. There's a couple different elements to wait. There's so many pockets. I can't find my way around. This actually fits, believe it or not, this bag will fit on the back of your tray table. I'm going to show you a picture to help you understand what I'm talking about with this. So this is, like I said, sort of a workstation, if you will. Fits on the back of the tray table. It has the straps that secure it to the tray table. And then this shelf comes down and it becomes a little shelf for your computer, your tablet, whatever it is you want to work on. So smart. And then, of course, there are all kinds of pockets inside for, for anything and everything, from credit cards and glasses and passports and all of that. So everything is so easily accessible with that. Go back to here. Let's see. And then inside, this is going to fit up to a 17-inch laptop. That's a big laptop. You seldom see a 17-inch. So whatever size laptop you have, this is going to fit perfectly. You can also fit a tablet in here. And then it is so roomy. You can't believe how much can fit inside of here. So that's just the one. And then the second one is that expandable backpack that I mentioned. That's this guy right here. Really kind of sleek, modern looking. Again, every detail, the zipper pulls, just those alone, I know the quality of that. And that leather, it's just so great. The self-repairing zippers, detail upon detail. This one, same thing, has a nice, really slim silhouette, but it expands quite a bit, as you can see here. So it can really become very roomy. It's designed to open up like luggage, which I think is super cool, like a suitcase, like that. And as you can see here, he's got compression panels built in. I'm a huge fan of these, especially the thicker, not just those kind of elastic, because that actually presses all the contents down. With that compression, you're going to be able to fit so much more in here, but it's also going to keep everything compressed and not moving around. So there's a lot less wrinkling if you're putting clothes in here, which is just such a nice feature. And then again, you've got a spot for your tablet. You've got 17-inch laptop here. It's nice and cushioned. Amazing. And then on the back, super clever right here. This is kind of like a protective cover if you were going to have to check the backpack and you don't want the straps to get ruined or pulled or whatever. It just kind of protects those straps. But guess what? It also can go down like this, and you can roll, and I'll show you a picture in just a second, but you could put a sleeping bag in here. You could put a blanket in here. You could put a yoga mat, and it will hold it under here. So this backpack becomes sort of an adventure pack where you could literally hike and have so much in there with it. Let me show you the picture that is going to illustrate that a lot better than I can right here in my little studio. So there it is right there. That's actually another product of Dave's. That is the Penta duffel, and I have featured that before on Grommet, and I'm a huge fan of that. And so again, he's so amazing with the modular element where everything works with everything. So that duffel fits right under there really, really nicely. So that is the second element of it. And then I'm going to show you, as you can see here, all three of those pieces secure together with the zippers. And the zippers are so smooth and so easy to, it's so easy to secure them. I was thinking, oh God, it's going to take forever. It's going to be so difficult. Not at all. Not at all. Really, really seamless. I had a couple other images that I wanted to show you just so you could get a feel for how those different elements work together. So on the left, you're seeing it all together, one big bag, which is really nice if you need that much. But then, you know, you get to the gate and they're not going to let you on that plane with a bag or TSA is not going to let you through TSA with that. So you separate it. And so look at picture number 2 right in the middle there. Now he has the carry-on roller and he's got a backpack so that he could take on the plane. But what the what the agent might not know is that there is also that messenger bag in there. That so it's kind of deceiving, I think, to the airplane industry that this really is a 3-in-1. So you're able to really play with it to bring whatever you want on the airplane without having to check. Although you can check, obviously, if you want to. But so many, many features in here. There are 3 colors. I want to show you those because they're all, you know, very, I think you can't miss with any one of them. You've got the blue, the black, and the burgundy. So great, great colors. And what else did I want to show you? Oh, just to get, I really like how, you know, again, they work together with that trolley strap on the back of that messenger bag. Fits right on top of the carry-on. And look how chic she looks going through the airport. The wheels, really nice wheels. And again, because I designed luggage myself, I have an appreciation. I can tell right away when wheels are not no good, are not going to last, are not smooth. These are buttery, you know, they slide like butter. So if you are zipping through the airport, they turn, I mean, every which way makes it so easy to maneuver. It really is just the ultimate, ultimate travel bag. And it's hard for me to say that, Dave, because I like to think mine is, but you really have just hit this out of the park. And like I said, amazing Father's Day gift. But I have to say, what came to mind before Father's Day was graduation. Whether you have someone that is graduating from high school or college or anything else, trade school, whatever it is, what a gift, because this is a lifer. This is, the quality is incredible. It will be with them for life. And it's really like you're giving them 3 bags. They don't have to use them all together. They'll have this incredible backpack. The messenger bag is like a stunning briefcase, kind of a work piece. And then you've got the carry-on, and you can bring them together when you want and use them separately when you don't. So as you can tell, I am a raving, raving fan of this line. And I love the name only. Very, very cool. Marcy, this is a great presentation. Thank you. And thank you to Grommet, he says. You are very welcome. Thank you for trusting me to do the presentation. And thank you for bringing your product to Grommet, because it is a coup for Grommet, I will tell you. And speaking of Grommet, what is even better about this bag tonight for graduation and Father's Day gifting is the fact that when you upvote this bag, you will get automatically 20% off. And so this is one of those higher ticket items. So you do want to grab that QR code, whether you're deciding to buy it right this minute, or you think you might want it a year from now or 6 months from now, you'll have that 20% off and you can use it whenever you want. So, I mean, this one, it's typically $329 and you guys are getting it for $263, just over that. So that is one that you definitely want to take advantage of. So clever. And I'm sure there's a million other ways to use it. And I know that there are several different features that I didn't even show you, and I had to pick and choose. So I showed you my favorites. But I'll tell you that Dave also has incredible packing cubes. And I just launched my own set of packing cubes. So I spent a lot of time designing those. And so once again, so much of what you've done is so smart, just really clever, so much thought into them that makes traveling so much easier. So thank you for that. What do you guys think? If you guys, even if you're not interested in buying it, but you think this is a pretty cool invention, please please click that QR code, because that gives him an upvote. You're not buying it, you're not committing to anything, but it tells Grommet that you love this product and they pay attention to that. So they will start looking for new ways to get that product out in front of more people. And to me, this is one that we got to get this out in front of a lot of people, because once you know about it and once you've traveled with it, I have to imagine you would not want to travel any other way. So well done, Dave Logan and the whole Only Travel team. Phenomenal. All right, guys, we are going to move on to product number 2. And I have it right here. I've got a couple of them, actually, so I'm going to pull them over here. This is so innovative. And again, with the inventor mind, Marcia, actually, there's a lot of inventor minds, I have a feeling, tuning in right now. So this is one of those that I can only imagine the thought process as they were creating it. We, and on Grommet especially, we have seen many, many water bottles in our day. And let me put this down. Let me clear my space, because we got more products to come. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as I was saying, we have so many water bottles on Grommet, but so many water bottles out there in the world that do so many different cool, innovative things these days, right? We've seen, I mean, it just goes on and on. I've never seen one that does what this one does. It's very, very clever. And it was created in 2020, and it's a team of 3 that created it. I don't know if they're with us tonight. It's Andreas, it is Steele Lee, and Joe. And each one of them have sort of their own different specialties, and bringing them together was just sort of this magic trio that is incredibly innovative. So this really is sort of that, I think what they say is it's hydration meets innovation. So I am someone that does not like things that are really sweet, although I do appreciate flavor when it comes to water. I usually put lemon juice in my water, but I'm always looking for ways to put flavor without sweet and calories and all of that. He's taken that, or they've taken that to a whole different level. So what you will find, this is called WaveX. There are 2 versions of it. This is the kind of souped up version, because this is that aluminum, the double wall insulation there. And then this is the other one, the very lightweight, kind of more sporty. You know, it's got the strap there. Both of them are very, very cool. Lots of different colors. But the magic in this is inside this lid right here that pops open like that. I'm going to just show you right there. It's this guy. This is the magic. So what this does is this is sort of like a flavor infuser. It's what they call a flavor pod. And it comes with 1 flavor pod, and each one of these flavor pods, so let me show you what they look like, just like that. So I was thinking when I first arrived that this had some kind of a syrup in it that had a flavor to it. And then as you drink, the syrup kind of mixes with the water and you get this wonderful flavor. And when I say wonderful flavor, I do love all the flavors. So honey peach, I think honey peach is my favorite. This one is the orange. They also have a cola. They have a strawberry, a lemon, and a coffee. So really interesting flavors, but it is not a syrup at all. What it is it's basically a scent. And so they took what they knew about the way the brain works and the way the brain processes things. And what happens is when you put this right there on your water bottle and then you drink from it, this is not one that you tip, you just do it this way. I have the honey peach and it's so good. You feel like you're drinking a flavored beverage, but you're not. You're just drinking the water inside with a scent that is inhaled through your nose when you drink. It's actually through your mouth and then through your nose. It is it's so, you can't believe it that it works, because I did read it, you know, the pamphlet on it about how it works. And I thought, I feel like my brain will know. I feel like this is not going to work. It is incredible. It really, really works. So what I love about it is that these guys are interchangeable. So if I'm kind of done with the honey peach, I can pop out the honey peach and just like that, pop in my orange like that, And once it's secured into place, when I drink it, now the same bottle of water, I don't have to change the water. I'm just changing the scent. And by doing that, I'm now drinking orange flavored water. So you can do that all day long. I mean, you can just kind of mix and match. I've got, I didn't even mention the mint. I think this is a new flavor, but this is the mint right here. And this one is the coffee. This is the strawberry. No, I'm sorry, that's the honey peach. And this is the orange. And so this is the individual packet. This has 3 in them, 3 of the flavor pods. And you might be wondering how many bottles of water can you get with one of these flavor pods. What they say is that it is good for about 7 liters. And so what that equates to is roughly 30 cups or about 3 weeks worth. So the typical person changes it out every 3 weeks. So you're getting 3 weeks worth with it, and then you can purchase on top of that. So it's really, really cool. And the scent is just made with fruit. They've used different kinds of fruits and herbs and spices to create these scents. So it is all natural. You're not adding any calories. There is no sugar. There is no caffeine. There's none of that. But you're really getting this wonderful flavor that you will enjoy so much more than the average water. And than just plain water. I like this so much. I can't wait for my mom to try it because I really have trouble getting her to drink water. She just, I don't know what it is. She's so resistant to water. But if there's flavor in there, that's a different story. And so I can't wait. She'll like the coffee and the mint. I know her. I know those. That's going to be exactly what she wants. So, the fact that it's a brain thing, that they figured that out. And and I can only imagine all the different other applications that you can use that for. But, water is so important. I was just reading, dehydration is the number one cause of inflammation in the body. And think of all the things that inflammation affects and, whatever you might be dealing with. It's just every time I see new water bottles, it's just a reminder of how important it is for us to drink water and how lucky are we that there's so many different innovative ways to do it that makes it easier and makes us keep track of it better and all of that. So again, I think this could be a great Father's Day gift. If you have a dad that likes to be out on the golf course or go biking or any of that, I might go with the more sporty one for a biker, very, very lightweight. And this one holds 550 mLs, and this one is 600. So pick your poison. And let's see, this one comes with the honey peach. This one comes with the coffee. And then you can, have at it from there. This one is, the material is Triton. And I wanted to mention that because I am a fan of Triton. It is, to me, it's the most premium of all of the different plastics and different materials that are out there. It is very, very premium, and it's dishwasher safe and all of that. So it's the best of the best in my opinion. Let's see, one issue that I wanted to mention. Okay. Oh, it sounds like we had an issue with the pricing on, I want to mention this before the show's over. With the trilogy modular, which is the one I just showed you from Only. It's a base price of $329, and you're getting it for $263.20 with that Grommet discount. But the correct price, which is correct on there, is $399. So with the okay, got it. So the regular retail on the trilogy is $399, and with that Grommet discount, the 20%, you're getting it for $319.20. So you are getting $80 off. Is that right? Did I equate that right? No. Did I? Oh my God, my mind is not thinking. Somebody help me out. I think you're getting $80 off. 99. Yeah. Just under $80 off. There we go. There's the right one. Okay, so that is the QR code right there. That's the one you want. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, you guys. You should have grabbed it while you could, if you didn't. But thank you, Dave, for letting us know that. Really appreciate that. Every once in a while, we'll make a mistake. Not very often, but every once in a while. Just kidding. Okay, we are going to move on to another one that is just after my heart. Because have you ever had a product in your life that you love that has just worked so well? and all of a sudden it's no longer available. I can think of several beauty products like that that I've had that I've kind of been my holy grail beauty product, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And what do I do? And that was the case. This is not a beauty product, but that was the case with this product. This product was originally, I think, launched out in the marketplace 45 years ago. And it did have sort of a cult following amongst landscapers and gardeners. And then all of a sudden it was gone, and people that, this was their tried and true favorite garden tool of all time. And it is one of those lifetime tools you wouldn't think you'd need to buy another one, but maybe they lost it, maybe they let somebody borrow it, or whatever happened. And then they went to go buy one, and it was suddenly no longer available. And the tool I am talking about is called the spin tiller. And I am curious, before I show it, does anybody know what a spin tiller is? Was anybody in that camp 45 years ago where you fell in love with it and it was just that staple gardening tool? Anyone? Well, the team behind this, that was the case. And so they just said, well, I'm just going to have to create it myself. And so that's what they did. And so I'm going to show you the original spin tiller from 45 years ago. I do believe I have a picture of that. I sure do. There it is right there. The original was purchased 40 years ago, but I think it did launch 45 years ago. So again, curious, let me know in the chat if anybody has ever had or used a spin tiller. So basically what this does, it's kind of that everything gardening tool, if you will. Let me show you a quick video and then we'll talk it through. There we go. So it does have there's two versions of it, but this is the one you're standing up and you're rolling it. And it's the easiest way to get rid of weeds. It's the easiest way to patch the grass, as you're seeing right there. And then you can also kind of refresh your mulch with it and always make it, look fresh, and then you can maneuver it around in your flower bed to kind of re-aerate the soil as well. There it is, getting that weed real quickly and easily. And they're doing that flip and roll right there, which is something that people that use spin tiller talk about a lot. And you can do the edging with it, as you saw right there. So coming back to me, hold on one second. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing you guys the mini. Here is the mini spin tiller. It's so pretty. They did such a great job with it. But this is, so these guys spin. The material, this is heavy duty, professional grade material. This is, I think it's steel. I'm sure it's steel, but I want to make sure I get it right. Oh gosh. Anyway, I'm not seeing it. But what I appreciate about this is, so I have sort of a smaller garden area. I don't have big lawns and things like that, but I do have a bad back, and gardening has gotten very difficult for me over the past couple of years. And I love to garden, so it makes me sad that I can't do it on the level that I want. But the way that they designed this, it makes it so easy to do those things that I could no longer do. Like even just weeding for me was really difficult. But with the spin tiller, the way that these are curved, and you're seeing the tips there, they're rounded. All of that is, every little detail and curve and angle is for a very specific reason. And it does make all of that so much easier. And it does not harm the ground, the flowers, the bed, whatever it is that you're using it on. And this one would be best for things like those raised flower beds, or in my case, just kind of the small areas in front of my house, just to get in there and get the weeds out. Or great way, as we were showing right there, if you do have lawn, to if there's those little patches, maybe you have a dog that potties on your lawn. And so it's so easy to kind of reseed your lawn, because you can just, kind of scrape up those areas and then put the seeds in and be done. But the other thing that I have that I really appreciate about this is that the soil where I live, the ground is very compact and hard as a rock, which has made gardening so difficult for me. And so what this does is it gets in there so easily. It's amazing how easy it is to get in there with this guy, the design of this guy. And so it's very easy to kind of loosen up that dirt and aerate the dirt, because plants cannot grow That is the culprit of, they're not getting air, they're not getting water. So you do need to aerate that. And this makes it so easy. I want to show you, even though it's going to be hard to show right here, but this is the original. This is the Big Daddy you're seeing right there. And again, I want to point out that so these guys are curved here. So that's a key element of it. And the fact that these are rounded here, because there are so many other tools out there that are spiked that can really kind of tear up the ground and tear up your garden in the process. This does not do that. The other thing I want to mention is the mulch, because it's amazing how mulch can just sort of kind of, it's like a makeover for your garden. It can make it just look pop and look so gorgeous when it's really looking haggard. Like if we're having a big event at our house and our garden's not looking great, the first thing I think to do is to go get more mulch, because when you put that mulch on, it just like sparkles in some way. But with a spentiller, just by kind of refreshing it, moving it around on that mulch, you're not having to go buy new. It really refreshes it nicely. And if you have the original with that long pole, you can do it standing up. You're not hurting your back, your shoulder, your hands. Really easy to do. So it's a great tool for that. And then trimming the edges, if you have edges around the grass and you want to keep them nice and tight, looking manicured, this is a wonderful tool for that. It makes it so easy to get in on those edges. What else? The aerating. The fact that this is one tool that you never have to replace unless somebody borrows it, which they might, because it's a very popular tool. And we have Leslie just got on. Hello, Leslie. And she said it looks great for refreshing mulch. It definitely does that. And also when you do get new mulch and you're wanting to spread it all over, this is a great way to do that. It just kind of churns it and spreads it and it gets it, very evenly done. I watched quite a few videos showing the mulch aspect, and I thought, that's brilliant. I'll do it with this in my little areas. But some people have a lot of area. And so I would definitely recommend the Big Daddy for that. And also for golf courses. I know it's golf course maintenance people love it. It makes their job so much easier. So that was a big use for it from what I understand. But, it's so high quality. It's definitely something that professional landscapers, as I said, golf superintendents, what do we call them? I don't know. My son was in something called the Turf Club at his high school. And this would have been a maybe. I need to get the high school one of those, because this would be super handy. But I would say the greatest use of it, if you're someone that has weeds, that is the greatest use of it, is it just makes it so easy. I'm the double whammy with the weeds and the compact soil. So this gets in there, and then I can use it to just kind of quickly go back and forth and pull out those weeds. So very, very cool. I love that you guys revived a product that was so popular and had that cult-like following. I think you have made a lot of people very, very happy. And again, wonderful Father's Day gift for sure. And with that Grommet discount, you are normally spending almost $110. And with that Grommet discount, the original, the big one that I was just showing you with how tall it is, very tall. This one is only $87 instead of $110. So really cool for that landscaper or gardener in your life. Can't miss with that. And it weighs, in case you're wondering, weight-wise, it is about 3 pounds. So it's got weight to it in the sense that you just know that this is durable and high quality, and that weight is going to make it easier to grab those weeds and get that compact soil. This is a really pretty wood too. This is an ash wood that this handle is made out of. And I did find the metal is actually a cast alloy. So I wanted to correct myself on that one. But really cool. We are getting more and more garden products at Grommet, and I love that, especially this time of year, spring gardening and getting ready for summer and just time outdoors. And we want to spruce up and make it all look fabulous. And the Spentiller is one that makes it very easy to do that. I'm also a huge fan of Root Warrior. If you guys don't know about that, makes it really easy to look like you're an amazing gardener with a sparkling green thumb. I went from a dirty brown thumb to a sparkling green thumb with my Root Warrior. And that is also on Grommet, of course. Okay, that wraps up product number 3, which means what? It means we are doing a giveaway. So I am going to select my first giveaway winner, my first giveaway prize, and then Jen will let me know who the winner is. If you jumped on late and you have not gotten in on the giveaways, you can still do that. You do that right there with that QR code. Super easy. No strings attached. You're not buying anything, nothing. And because you jumped on and you are here live with us, you have an opportunity to get an extra giveaway entry. All you have to put inside the chat, 2 words, live shopping, and Jen will give you an extra giveaway. Let's see. Ron is saying, oh, get your spin tiller grommet shoppers from Chris and Ron. I didn't, somehow I missed that you guys were on. I'm so glad you were here because I am such a fan. I love your story and you've just done a phenomenal job with it. It's great. So I'm going to look for more and more ways to feature it because I do love doing gardening shows and outdoor entertaining and all of that. And we got to make our gardens look good for outdoor entertaining. So you guys make that easy. So thank you for being here and thank you for bringing back the spin tiller. Okay, so back to our giveaway. I think I am going to give away a Wave X, this one right here. Doesn't have to be pink, but this is the premium Wave X, the 600 mLs. And this one does come with the, I think it's the honey peach. Did I get there? I could be wrong on which one it comes with, but it's so cool and interesting and just so innovative that I want to get the word out there about this because it is really, it's something to experience. And when you do, you don't want to go back to the regular water if that's what you've been drinking. So we are going to give away a Wave X water bottle. And the winner of our first giveaway is, drum roll, I do believe she is in the chat. I saw her earlier. I'm not sure if she's still there, but Yolanda, congratulations. You are the winner of the Wave X, where hydration meets innovation. I can't wait for you to try it. I want to hear what you think. If you are as impressed as I am, it is, I mean, it's pretty revolutionary. Got to tell you. So congratulations. But again, don't be discouraged if you didn't win because we are going to do another one at the end of the show. So get in on it with that QR code, double your chances with the words live shopping, and I'll announce it very soon here. Okay, moving on to our next product of the night. This is another great Father's Day one. So if you need to do some Father's Day shopping, perk up on this one for sure. I can think of so many people. Another great one for graduation too, I got to say. So many people that I want to get this for. I didn't know something like this existed. I'm someone that still thinks when you need to record a message, you need a little tape recorder with the cassette and then you press record. Not anymore. This product is called the Focus, and I'm going to show you. It comes in 2 different colors, white and black. So I'm going to do a little unboxing for you because it is really nicely done. Comes in a really pretty box. And when you open up the box, as you can see right there, you have sort of a little really nice felt bag. Comes with a USB cord to make it very easy to charge. This is a very slim recorder that is designed, there we go right there, very slim. When I open it up, you will see that this is designed to magnetically secure to the back of your phone, as you can see. And if you have a phone that is not, does not have a magnet built in, is not MagSafe, it does come with the ring that you can attach to the back to make it work like that. So you don't have to have that kind of phone to be able to use this. But once it's attached to the back of the phone, mine has a big old case on it, so I'm going to take it off. As you can see, it does magnetically attach right there to the back and adds like very little girth to it at all. Very, very lightweight. I mean, I wouldn't even know it was there. It feels like just my phone. When you charge it, as you can see, well, I'm going to show you the white one now because it's easier to see that one, but there's the white one, same thing. But I love that attention to detail where even the cord matches the unit itself. But when you charge it, you're charging it right there, and then you can see that blue light on right there. I love how easy this is to use. So what would this be used for? And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. So if you are someone that for whatever reason does need to record calls, whether it's a business call or whatever it might be, with the touch of one button, you can record the call very, very easily. It goes way beyond calls, as you can imagine. I think of this for my own just personal notes when I, think of an inventor idea that I need to write down quickly, but I don't have a pen, just to press that and write it down. I can talk for a good long time. In fact, I'll say that when you charge it, that one charge is good for about, I think, more than 20 hours. So it is really handy to just have on the back of your phone for any of those instances, but could be for your own notes, could be you are a student and you're in a class and you're in a lecture and you don't want to be taking notes. You just simply record it. The magic happens with the app that comes with it. And so you just are downloading that app from the Google store, the iPhone store, and it is the Focus Record app. So that works in conjunction with this. So you're recording it here, but the app is basically taking care of it. And so as soon as the recording is done, you have the option to instantly transcribe everything that was recorded very, very quickly. And not only transcribe it, but then it has AI capabilities where it will also summarize what was recorded. And then you're taking it a step further. You've got it all nicely summarized. So maybe it was a 2-hour lecture and it's summarized down to whatever it is. I don't know if anyone has ever used that AI technology for summarizing. It's amazing. And I just think, how did we do without that? And now to be able to have it in something so thin and that's always with you, it's always on your phone. So again, whether it is um, a meeting, an interview, a lecture, it could be anything, you can record it. And guess what? In this global world that we live in now, with people speaking all different languages, and maybe you work for a company with a global team, you can also, it translates into up to 120 different languages. How incredible is that? So I am so impressed with this. But again, me, who's not the most techie person in the world, I really appreciate the ease of use, that you're just charging it here. It's one button basically to record. You hear, like, I press it for 2 seconds and you hear a little bit of a buzz and you record. And then when you're done, you press it again. Let me show you what the app looks like so you get a sense of how that works. So there it is with that app. And as you can see, there are just 2 different elements to it. So it keeps it very, very simple. You're either clicking transcribe, and then when you're done, if you want it summarized, you're clicking summarized. And then you can share that with the click of one button with friends, family, whoever you need to share that with on top of that. And here's another one that you can just get a little bit more. There's a summary with the key points. I mean, it is really something. We are so lucky to have this kind of technology or capability, functionality at our fingertips now. How lucky are the high school and college kids to be able to have this? What I wouldn't have given when I was going through. But I think of so many presentations, things like that, that I just would love to record, but I can never think of how to do it. But it's not just a recorder, also, it's also the quality of the recording, that it has built-in noise reduction. So if there is, hissing or what wind or whatever it is around, it's going to take that away. So the recording that you're getting is crystal clear. So you're not missing a word. And it has high def sound. Also, the audio to it evidently is very high def. And whatever you're recording is also encrypted. So I know that people would worry about the safety of it and storing it and all of that. So they have taken care of all of that. And so again, it comes in the 2 different colors. The black and the white comes in this really nice giftable box, comes with the app, has excellent instructions that come with it. There's a QR code on there that's going to take you right to the app. You download it to your phone and you're off and running using that. I think, could someone tell me, like in the chat, how would you use it? What am I not thinking of in terms of different ways to use it? One other thing I was thinking of, I learned about just today. For some reason, I didn't see it before, but I can't wait to try it, is that it also does mind mapping. So you can choose to either do a summary, or evidently it can also do sort of a mind map, which I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I love mind mapping. I'm a big fan of that. And so the fact that this can help me do that is very, very cool. Oh, okay. So I am getting, let's see. Monica just said, I need this recorder. So many ideas, to do's, shopping lists will help me to remember. Yes, Monica. And then the fact that it's not just like in the past, we would record something and then we'd have to go find it on our recorder and rewind it and then write it down. And then, no, this transcribes it for you and then sends it to wherever you want to send it to and summarizes it too, because so many times you're in a 1 hour lecture and you really don't, it's really only 10 minutes that's important that you need to know about. And so this does all that for you. Amazing. I love technology for this, for things like this. This I can, especially because it's so easy. And reviews, guys, off the charts reviews. I've watched several different review videos. People are beyond impressed with the quality, again, with that, the noise cancellation, so the quality of the crystal clear sound, all of that. So what a great graduation gift. What a great Father's Day gift. What a great gift for yourself. I do love all those ideas, Monica, with the shopping list, because I'm the same. I have that all the time. And there are, of course, the ways that you can talk into your phone and all of that, but I find that it's hard to find that app. And then I also am not getting something that is shareable and that is summarized and all of the other features and functionality that come with this. So no brainer, home run, love it. And the fact that it's got that 20 hours of charge time with one charge. Great product. Okay, we are going to move on from the tech to something a lot more simple. But this is simple, but this definitely has no buttons. Well, it does have a button, but it's not an electronic button, and does not have an app with it, does not have any of that. But I'm kind of in love with this product. Let's see. We've got Highbar in the house. He says he was just in Ecuador. He could have used a translator. Isn't that cool? That's a big one. That's a really big one. I would like to know how many of you guys have a product called Peeps. Peeps glasses cleaner. Does anybody have that? Or has anybody at least heard of it or seen it? If you haven't, I think you might be living under a rock, because I have seen these everywhere. And I thought that I had seen them everywhere. And I thought, well, maybe that's a different one. But then I realized that they have sold, that this little guy, this little peep right here, they have sold 7 million units in the United States alone. Oh, I'm getting Sherry. Sherry loves Peeps. Says I love my Peeps. And so what this is a glasses cleaner, but it's not just any glasses cleaner. First of all, it's so cute and so compact and portable. And just put it in your purse, put it in your pocket. Oh, Monica says she has several of them. They do have a lot of fun colors. I love all the colors. But this is not just any glasses cleaner. The technology, I said there's no technology, but there kind of is technology in it, but it is a carbon molecular technology that is the most premium, stellar way that you could ever clean a pair of glasses. Readers. Oh, we got Paula has it too. We got lots of Peeps people. There's no better way to clean glasses. And I'm curious how people do clean. I use my t-shirt usually, or a Kleenex or something like that. But what I find, and you guys tell me if you agree, more times than not, it's just spreading the oils or the grease or whatever gets on the glasses and causes the fingerprints and the smudging. It spreads it. And I can never, unless I'm putting it underwater with Dawn detergent, I can never seem to get it crystal clear clean until I discovered Peeps. And so what is Peeps? So let me show you for those who don't already have it. I should have shown you me pulling it out. So it just fits right in here and pulls out like this. And there you go. And so what you are doing, not very smart of me not to have my glasses right here with me. So I'm going to have to show you a picture. But as you can imagine, you're putting your glasses in here. I'll do it with my phone because I was thinking this is such a great idea for your phones. So you would just do this for my phone screen that gets so many fingerprints on it, as you can see. And then you run it. Oh, that's actually a good little demo there. Look at that. Look how that's cleaning that right there. And so to doing it on your camera, on your phone, getting that crystal clear, smart to do. But so you're doing that and it just in one wipe cleans it so perfectly. But then you think, well, now it's all on there, and how's it going to clean the next time? You can use this hundreds and hundreds of times, and it's going to work as good as it did the very first time you use it. And why is that? Because inside of your Peeps is this little tray, if you will, right there. And so it's self-cleaning. So when this goes back in here, it automatically gets revived and cleaned. And so it's ready to go again the next time you take it out. So super smart. And then on the end here, there's a little toggle there that you push up, and you've got that. And so that is, get the debris off of the glasses first. And then you're going to, if there is any debris or dust or anything like that, you're going to use the brush to do that. And then you're just going to wipe them crystal clear clean with these. Now, I use the brush for my keyboard, actually, if I'm being honest. It's the perfect way to just get in that keyboard and get all those little crumbs and dust and all of that out of the keyboard. But there's lots of uses for it, for sure. Sherry said she let her father-in-law try them, and he was giddy by how well they worked. Well, they work so well that the technology originally started at the International Space Station. So this is NASA technology, also used by the US military. So what the people behind Peeps did was they took that technology and they said, let's use that technology to clean regular everyday glasses, sunglasses, readers, whatever it is that you happen to be using. And so there is, even when I clean it, it's still a little blur, a little no. And it just, the fact that it just recharges itself. And so as long as people don't steal it from you, which they might, I'm just warning you, they often do, then you're going to use it again and again and again. I do have to show you some of the colors because they're so pretty. Look at all those colors. Gorgeous, gorgeous choices. I kind of am partial to the gold and the rose gold and the silver. I like a little tiny bit of bling. And then right here, you can see it you can see how the inside so that is that plate that's on the inside that recharges and allows you to really clean off the pads so that they're ready to use when you do it again. So pretty awesome. Now, the other thing I want to mention is that if you don't love your Peeps as much as we all love our Peeps, then there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Just send it back. They will refund very, very quickly. You won't want to do that. Trust me. Such a great solution. And the reviews, off the charts. I think I wrote down, there are over 10,000 reviews just where I saw. Almost all 5 stars. There's nothing bad you could say about these. And let's see what else. So pricing wise, as you're seeing there, with the it's $19.99 with that QR code. But what they've done with this one is as you purchase more, you get more off. So $19.99 is for 1 Peep, but if you get 3 of them, you're basically buying 2 and you're getting 1 of them free. So they go down from over $19 down to just over $16. So you're saving a little bit there. And then if you buy 5, they go down to $14.99. And if you decide to buy 10, you're basically getting 5, and you're buying 5 and you're getting 5 for free. So at that point, they're just over $12 a piece. So it is one of those things. And I think they're such a great gift because everybody has a pair of glasses, at least one. But again, it's also great for the cell phone and probably many other things, so tablets and different things like that. But it is one of those things that you want to have multiples of. So maybe take advantage of that. Or if you want to do the 3-pack and give 1 as a gift and keep 2, or whatever you want to do. But that discount does help quite a bit. So I love that. And it is kind of a fun little gift just to have on hand for anyone and everyone when you're in a pinch and you want to do something thoughtful that is going to get used. So there you go. Okay, so that is our Peeps. And now, drum roll, on to our 6th and final product, but definitely not final in the sense that I think, wait a minute here. Oh, good. I do have the picture of the inventor here. I loved this picture. I hope it's okay. I know he's here. I think he jumped on late. He had something beforehand, but there he is right there. His name is Ryan. And Ryan has created, and you're seeing it right there. Let me grab mine here. But there he is at a trade show, and he is basically showing off his invention that is the high bar media platform. And he invented this basically. And so what is it? First of all, let me just get to that right here. Let me show you a couple shots of it in action. Really beautifully done. I mean, it is a really nice, clean, sleek design, very minimalist design, but it solves the problem of where do you put your cookbook if it happens to be a cookbook that you use. I am old fashioned. I like using good old fashioned cookbooks, but maybe it's a tablet that you use or your phone or whatever it is, or maybe you like cooking magazines. Being able to put that up out, clearing off the countertop so you have more space to cook. And I do have one of those compact little kitchens, so I appreciate this a lot. And then not only a place to put it, but it rotates and is adjustable in so many different ways that it is always right there at eye level. You can position it however you want to position it, and it'll be right where you need it. And it's mess free, because that is the problem with my cookbooks, is they get very, very messy because I've got my hands that are, got whatever kind of sauce on it, and I'm dripping on it and all of that. But now you can have it, as you're seeing right there, up off that countertop, tucked underneath the cabinet above you. And again, super, super easy to see it and reference it, because you can adjust it so well, so easily. I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to talk it through. So there's another one. What I want to show you in that picture, and I'm going to show it to you here also, is the fact that you can use it either on the countertop or, as you saw, underneath the cabinet there. And so really great solution either way. So here it is. The quality of this, guys, top notch. And I always wish there was a way to show you through the camera how quality is. So I just have to tell you that very, very sturdy, really nicely designed. Again, super minimalist and sleek, so that it would go with any kitchen decor whatsoever. And so if you're having it on the countertop, this is how, this is sort of the stand that it would be on the countertop. So I used it actually 2 nights ago, just like that, just having it on the counter. And it was just so nice to have it lifted off of the countertop. So again, not getting messy, just so easy to read my cookbook right there. And then because I don't have a shelf to put it under, I didn't install it in here, but I did want to show you the pieces to it and show you how easy and simple it is for you to install and to use. And I wanted to show it to you up close because the quality, again, so sturdy, so nicely done. So this is what would install underneath your cabinet. So kind of depending on how your cabinets are configured, kind of tucked up underneath there. And then this here grabs on to this guy right here. This is sort of the ladder that you would adjust the height of your cookbook on. So this fits onto here, and this right here just kind of screws it into place. And I mean, just as you turn it, you can just tell it is so well made, so nicely done. So that is how that adjusts. And then this ladder gives you that adjustability of the height. So this is just going to tuck into the different ladder rungs to give you whatever height you want. And then once you are at the height, it's designed to swivel. And so you can get it, so you can look at it spot on from wherever you are in the kitchen at any given time. I think the best part about it is how it really just kind of opens up and declutters the kitchen and keeps everything so mess free. That's for me what gets me is freeing up my counter space, which I definitely do not have enough of. I will tell you that. It is made out of stainless steel and then also powder coated aluminum. So powder coated aluminum, obviously. So this is that stand right here. And then this is, I mean, heavy duty. He's done such a great job on his website with making everything so easy, the instructions, everything. So when you open up the box, you will see that he has given you every component that you could need to put it up. He's got QR codes, so you can go right to a video to watch exactly how to put it up, although it's not very difficult, but you've got that. And I love, Ryan, that it's coming straight from you, that the videos are you talking about your product. And that always, to me, always makes a big difference. I love buying products from people and not from these faceless brands that we find on the A word, I'll say. So there again, you're seeing the picture there. Now, again, this is one of those, it's a little more high ticket. So the QR code really makes a difference. So I would definitely grab that. And so typically this is just under $200. It's $199. And with the Grommet discount, the 20%, you are getting $159 instead of $199. So not too shabby. And think about the cooks in your life. If you have a dad or a grandpa or an uncle or a son, that's actually what I was thinking of. My son loves to cook and he's in an apartment, but it is a very modern apartment. And I think this would be amazing for him, especially because he's always on some kind of tech also. But you can put your tablet up there and you can watch a cooking show. You can put your tablet up there and you can be watching the news or whatever it is, or having a video call with a friend. But so just so many different uses for it. And I love it. I really, really do. Am I forgetting anything, Ryan? What am I forgetting? I'm sure there's so many people have purchased it and told you how they're using it. So if there's other things that I am not thinking of, you guys, that's what I love about the chat, is you guys chime in and let me know what I am missing, because I usually miss at least one thing, many times, many more. Okay, that is the last product of the night. Again, so many great items, but all of them great Father's Day gifts. So we are going to go ahead and wrap up by doing our giveaway. Oh, someone said, love the idea of watching a cooking show. Let's see, we've got Joe on here from WaveX. Hello, Joe. Sorry you didn't chime in sooner. Some technical difficulties. Oh, Joe, you're speaking my language. I understand technical difficulties. You are very welcome for featuring it. Thank you for inventing it. What a great invention. So innovative. Let's see. And congrats to Yolanda on the giveaway. Yes, Yolanda, congratulations. And, oh, wait, I was right. Okay. He was saying about, because I wasn't sure which flavor pod came with which of the bottles. So Honey Peach does come with the aluminum, which means coffee comes with the other one. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay, so Yolanda won the first giveaway. We're getting ready to do the second giveaway. I'm going to give you just a second to enter one more time if you haven't already, and then I'm going to announce the winner. So you use that QR code, and then Jen is going to send me the winner in just a second. I do want to quickly go over, do sort of a recap of everything you guys have seen today, because there have been some doozies. We did. I can't even reach it at this point. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, shoot. It's going to be a little difficult, but I started off with the one and only, no pun intended, but most incredible 3-in-1 luggage I have ever seen. The only 3-in-1 luggage I've ever seen, I will tell you. So a wonderful modular carry-on system that incorporates a messenger bag, a expandable backpack / adventure bag, and an incredible carry-on bag with so much innovation packed into that bag. I can't even begin to do it in a recap. But we kicked off with that, and then we moved on to the WaveX, which you guys saw, which who our second winner was. And this is hydration meets innovation. So basically, you're drinking water, no extra calories, no sugar, none of that, but you're feeling like you are getting extra calories and sugar, because they have just used scents to trick your mind into thinking that you're having a flavored drink. You got to try it. If you haven't tried it, it's something to experience. And they've done such a great job with the flavors. Really, really cool. So that was the second one. Then we did the Spentiller. Did I get mixed up here? I think we did the Spentiller next. And that was a remake, a reinvention, basically, of a old favorite, kind of cult favorite gardening product. This is the mini right here, but this is kind of the one and only, a little like our only bag, gardening tool. It does so much between aerating the soil and weeding and refreshing your mulch and on and on and on. Fantastic Father's Day gift for the gardener in your life. And then after that, we did our Focus recorder. Incredible. You can record anything, and with its AI app that's included with it, you can have that all transcribed and summarized, and then you can share it. It can translate it into translate up to 120 different languages, and it is a top-notch recorder. So incredible. And then we did our Peeps. I love my Peeps. If you don't have Peeps, you got to get Peeps. If you have glasses, there is nothing like Peeps to clean your glasses. This is NASA technology built into your Peeps. And then last but definitely not least was our High Bar media platform for the kitchen that holds cookbook, holds a tablet, whatever you want, but it just makes it mess-free, clears off your countertops, and just, is sort of that premium kitchen, elevates the kitchen experience because you can move it any which way you want to move it. So really, that's a special one, and special for Father's Day too. Yes. I'm finding lately more men cook than women, I think. I kind of like that. One more thing, high bar cradles, no clips or clamps. Use it in your existing case. Oh, meaning if you have a tablet. Yeah. Yeah. The way it's designed, this right here, the actual stand itself, it is kind of a perfect design because it cradles it so nothing's moving or anything. It's really well done. All right, so that was our recap. So who is our second winner? Oh, what am I giving away? You know what? I think I am going to give away a faux case. It's so cool. It's just one of those things that all the phone people need to start just having it as a part of their phone because that would really make life that much better. So let's see. Faux case, meet one or spend tiller, please. Oh, Monica is telling me what she wants. I love it, Monica. Well, faux case, I'm going to do the faux case. So I got one of your two. And I don't know if it's going to be you, but I hit your requests. Let's see. The second winner is, I don't know if he's in the chat. I don't think I've seen him in the chat, but maybe he is here. His name is John Yom. Congratulations, John Yom. You are the lucky winner of the faux case recorder, which is going to change your life. Or someone who you love, if you are someone who's kind enough to gift it to somebody, because it's going to make things so much easier, whether it's just for personal or business or school or whatever it is. Really cool product. So congratulations to both John and Yolanda on the giveaways. Thank you to all of the makers who were here inside the chat. I think we had almost all of them. I think we're missing one. So thank you guys for being here. That always makes it that much more fun. And thank you to all of the Grommet fans and followers that come back week after week, and all of our new fans and followers as well. Really, really fun show. And we have another show coming up. And we showed you a lot of Father's Day gifts tonight. But we have a very, very cool Father's Day gift coming up on May 29th. Same time, same place. We'll be right here, 4 o'clock on the West Coast and 7 o'clock on the East Coast. So that will be really fun. And then I have to do one more plug for my Let's Talk Live Shopping. If you are an e-commerce brand, if you are any kind of product-based business, and you're not thinking about live shopping yet, it is time. 2025 is the year that it is really taking over. So you definitely at least want to know about it, even if you're not ready to dive into it. So definitely join me every Wednesday at 1 o'clock on the West Coast, 4 o'clock on the East Coast for Let's Talk Live Shopping. And I'm streaming across all my different social media channels. So all the ones that are on tonight, I'll be there on Wednesday. It's just a 30-minute show. It's a lot of fun. Really, really fun. And then I'll be back here on the 29th. So I hope to see you guys for both of those. Thank you again to everybody for being here tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.